What up?
Welcome back to What in the
Schnitzel
is going on here. What in the a-hole for telling my brother to shut the up about his child support? Ooh,
it depends.
Different. Child support is for the child. It is important.
Right.
I understand out here sometimes you have where it depends on who has custody. Because
right.
You also have where women pay child support for men for their children. So long story short, on that, I feel that child support is for the child. You should put it aside, use it for to pay for their daycare, pay for their clothes, put it inside a stock or something like that. You could do that via Vanguard or Fidelity. Because that's what I did. Woo, which reminds me, I got to switch that thing over to your name. Anyway, don't talk about that on here. Let's go ahead and read.
It says, my brother has 50-50 custody with his ex-wife over my nephew. His nephew is 3 years old. My brother makes more money than his ex, so of course they're going to have him pay child support because stuff ain't easy. It ain't cheap to have a child, sir. So even though they have my nephew the same amount of time, it's 7 days in a week. Ain't no way possible they can have him the same amount of time. He still has to pay her $100 a month. $100.
$100 I just spent in Walmart getting the basics: bread, milk, cheese, sausage, yogurt, something to drink, 2 TV dinners. If we go out to eat in Subway, I mean, and not the gas that it takes to get over there, $100. I'm telling them shut the up. Daycare is $175 a week.
No, because I've
some places it's $210.
No, I seen
$225 a week, and he complaining about $100.
My thing is, they don't even cover Pampers nowadays. Pampers is $67, and then if we also include
the baby milk,
formula, that Similac, they pushing that thing up to 80-something. He over here complaining about $100 a month.
No, it's $45 for a can.
I'm saying.
Unless they got a special formula.
That's what I'm saying.
So I'm saying he offered that, but if they been divorced since before then, baby, that $100 ain't nothing.
$100 a month, you only paying $1,200 in a whole. Sir, go sit down.
Have a seat. My brother will not shut up about this. He complains about his consulate. Ma'am, you have my right to open hand. 5 heartbeats. Bring it all the way back. And bring it across his face. Because that's crazy.
When my nephew needed new shoes, she asked him to split the cost of new shoes with her.
Right.
Because he's growing. He said no and to use $100. She said the $100 was for monthly expenses, not large purchases. She also threatened to take him back to court. His lawyer advised him to just pay for half of the shoes.
Exactly.
Ma'am, take him back to court. Tell her, your ex-sister-in-law, to take his behind the court. Because if he complained about simple, I already know he was giving her trouble off of if he complained, shoes alone. Yeah, I would hate to see him complain about Pampers.
A deadbeat. A dusty.
Right. When my nephew, I already read that.
Ever since
then, he brings up the child support every doggone day. I told him a few times it was getting old, but yesterday I lost it. I said, dude, shut that up about your child support. Shut up.
Right.
We are all so sick of hearing about this.
I'm sick of it, and I just not heard about it.
My brother said I was a rude a-hole, and I think I could only listen to the same thing so many times before I'm gonna get sick of hearing it. It's $100. He spends more than that on a month on stupid stuff. It's not like he has cancer or it's $700. Then I would be sympathetic. Am I rude and an a-hole? No. Your brother just doesn't want to take on the responsibility that he got a child.
Exactly, and he feels $100. We in a recession.
And someone said
$100 ain't nothing.
Right, really, for groceries alone, $100 don't even cover that. And God forbid she had to put him in a daycare. Some of these daycares run up $300-something a week.
What I'm saying is, even if she had to take her baby, a copay is $35 just to see the doctor. If she go to the primary care physician. Mine for some insurance $55 just to go see somebody. They ain't prescribing you no meds, no nothing. Then if you have to go to a specialist, like normally small kids have to do, it's $65 just to go see them.
Oh, baby, this
So
majority
you
of the
complaining, I guarantee you got the latest Jordans out. Jordans at 120, 130.
Mm-hmm.
It says, this one says, not the a-hole, that's such a low order for child support as to almost insulting. I
right.
think so too. I think they're from Louisiana, because Louisiana only make you pay $100. And the fact that he still
begrudgingly pays
half for a pair of shoes is disgusting.
ETA. Obviously, you could have addressed it in a way better way, but seriously, a $1,200 a year
Like
to
you
attempt
said.
to make your child's standard of living doesn't change just because you got a divorce. What kind of parents have said about that? And this is from Bubbly Chicken 9358.
Exactly. And my thing is, he makes way more than the mama.
The mom probably still struggling.
This is your son, sir. Too. Not just her. Because they say they didn't have 50-50. So
Right.
if my thing is, if he didn't want to pay for the shoes, okay, when you have them, go bring your son to go get him some shoes. You know that's what he need. You know he growing. Have him matching. I know plenty of guys would love to have a little son and they be matching.
Right.
Match down from head to toe.
Right.
No, but I know what it is. She ain't just cut him off and divorced him. She cut him off from that cookie too. You see what I'm saying? But he didn't want to tell you that. But he really want to get back with her. But she didn't cut him off completely from everything. And that's the problem.
My thing is, she
When
didn't take
he
him back to
knew
court.
that he couldn't get no more from her because he probably was getting a little here, a little down, a little nip,
A little
every while,
samplification.
a little sample. Then he was fine with it. He probably didn't mind. And then for him to say he making way more, he probably went in there and lied on how many hours he was getting. So that's why the judge ordered that.
My thing is, she need to go back there, use all this as evidence. Like, I'm pretty sure they going through text, screenshot it. She need to screenshot all their text messages, go to court, use that as evidence that this man making way more money and he won't even do the simple things as giving this baby some shoes. And she need to get full custody of that child. Because my thing is, if he begrudgingly to even pay a certain amount of money, $100 a month for just the child or to split the cost for some shoes, then you already know he probably ain't taking care of that boy when he with him. Because that's just ridiculous.
And in the comments, they just start talking about them being lawyers and stuff, and that it's ridiculous that you only the judge make you only pay $100. So I
Right.
think they also said the reason why his amount probably was low, from me just summarizing the comments, was because they said whenever there is a such thing as 50-50, that's when they can make a low amount like that. Because
Right.
he's saying that he have the child just as much as she has his child.
My thing is, I also think he really don't be having her for 50-50.
Right.
It's just for on the paperwork. Because if he begrudgingly to even give him some shoes, you already know he ain't really going to pick up that child.
And to me, if he ain't picking up the child, he doing the bare minimum. You better watch him. Check your baby every time that baby come back. Make sure no scrapes, no marks, no nothing on your child.
Right.
Because he a trifling father. Byron! That's somebody need to tell her. Byron! That's what he is.
Lord.
So what in the sense of going on here? Leave it down inside of the comments. If you're not the a-hole for telling your brother to shut up about child support.
I would
because
say
that
the same
child
thing.
support was just $100. Toodles!